A technician calls and tells you he just installed a new alternator, a unit you sold him, and it's not working. What's your next move? We're going to find out next on Talking Parts.
This video is sponsored by Mala, manufacturers of engine components, filters, and peripherals. Visit mala-aftermarket.com for more information.
When it comes to starter and alternator returns, false failures are a fact of life. In these situations, you almost have to be like a good prosecuting attorney, building your case by asking some probing questions to find out what really happened. In a lot of these cases, misdiagnosis is the culprit. Often, an alternator isn't working properly because of poor electrical connections in the charging circuit. Loose or corroded connections on the back of the unit can increase resistance and restrict the current flowing through the circuit. So can broken or frayed wires inside a connector or the alternator wiring harness. That's why your professional customers need to test those connections by performing voltage drop checks whenever they're installing a replacement alternator. For parts specialists, a bench tester can verify that starters and alternators are functioning properly when they go on the shelf and off the shelf. Something to keep in mind is that verifying whether a starter or alternator is good requires 4 conditions: a good ground, a good electrical connection, a good battery connection, and a tight belt. Some bench testers can help counterpros diagnose which of those 4 conditions weren't met. So here's the bottom line. When a customer wants to return a new alternator, don't assume they got a lemon. The real problem could be a battery connection corrosion, a bad cable, a worn belt, a burnt fuse, or something else. Bench testers might not be a cure-all for alternator returns, but they are a good troubleshooting tool. I'm Josh Cable. Thanks for watching.